the ultimate live podcast. This is your host. I am Mr. D. This morning, we're going to talk about O.J. Simpson. Now, depending on where you live, this news will have come to you in the morning or in the evening, whatever the case. We will talk about it now. Yeah, this is life. This is the life we live. Mm, this is the life we live. O.J. Simpson, ex-NFL star, who was acquitted of murder that always comes, dies age 76. So, uh, another title, the New York Times, O.J. Simpson, NFL star, acquitted of murder, uh, died of cancer at 76. Let's see here. A bit of a noise coming from my TV there. Let's cut it down. So, TMZ is always number one to come up with some great content. So, let's look at this. O.J. Simpson dead at 76 after cancer battle. Now, how many of you guys knew that O.J. Simpson had cancer? Not many. Kitty Keto Kyling, this is what update from TMZ, who was a key witness during the O.J. Simpson trial, just posted a video responding to the news, and he sends thoughts and prayers to O.J. Simpson's children as well as the family of the victims, including Nicole Brown Simpson. Well, and that's 10:17 a.m. Gloria Wright, who raped Nicole Brown Simpson family during the trial, tell TMZ. Simpson's death reminds us that the legal system, even 30 years later, is still failing battered women, and that the power of celebrity men to avoid true justice for the harm that they inflict on their wives or significant others is still a major obstacle to the right of women to be free of the gender violence to which they are still subjected. Right here, And then they say, she adds, my heart goes out to the children of O.J. Simpson and to the very brave family of Nicole Brown Simpson. The truth about O.J. Simpsons can never be erased or and should never be forgotten. O.J. Simpson is dead. May his victims finally rest in peace. Now, how many victims did O.J. Simpson create? That's the question, right? So let's move here. 8:57 a.m. The Goldman's attorney, David Cox, tells TMZ O.J. died without penance, adding that while he may be gone, his multi-million dollar judgment is not. And the Goldmans are interested in discerning what money or asset he may have left behind that they can collect. Right, the Goldman's attorney. And this is what happens when you die. Um, it's a sad reality of life that just like in the animal kingdom, when you die, other creatures come to feed on your corpse. So they'll eat your remains. They will take everything away. Cook goes on to say they will be exploring the option now that O.J. Simpson's dead, including figuring out whether he left behind a fund with his estate that they can pounce on. 8:36 a.m. Caitlyn Jenner, who used to be close friend with O.J. Simpson, tells TMZ good riddance. She has since posted on X. Uh, 8:20 a.m. Tom Lounge, one of the lead detectives who worked on O.J. Simpson murder case, tells TMZ, I have nothing to say. I simply don't care. Sorry. Wow. Now, former NFL great who stood trial to the double murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman in the 90s, only to be acquitted, passed away on Wednesday in Las Vegas. This according to his family. They say he was surrounded by his children and grandchildren when he died Wednesday night. Simpson's attorney also confirmed his death to TMZ. Hmm, missing something here. I messed up. O.J. Simpsons. Wow. So, adding to the mystery was why the authorities actually touched on the cancer diagnostic in 2023 in the video he posted. Right. Let's try and I'm lost in my own world here. The former NFL great who stood trial for the double murder of his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman, in the 1990s, only to be acquitted, passed away Wednesday in Las Vegas, according to his family. They say he was surrounded by children and grandchildren when he died Wednesday night. Simpson's diary also confirmed his death to TMZ. Now, that's a video of
Hey, X-World. Hospice? Hospice? You talking about hospice? No, I'm not in any hospice. I don't know who put that out there, but whoever put that out there, I guess it's like the Donald say, can't trust the media. In any event, I'm hosting a ton of friends for the Super Bowl here in Las Vegas. All is well, you know. So, hey, guys, take care. Have a good Super Bowl weekend.
OJ had reportedly been battling
Hey,
prostate
X-World, it's me,
cancer in
What a
recent
beautiful day it is here in
years,
Las
and
Vegas.
his
Even
health
though
took
Game
a
6
turn
is
for the worse
overturned, but still, it's nice having
of
a beautiful day
late,
in Vegas. Hey, let me take a
with
moment to say
him
thank you to all the
landing
people
in
who reached out to me.
hospice care
My health is good.
within the past
Obviously,
few
dealing with
months.
some issues. But, hey, I think
Word
just
about
being
O.J.
here.
Simpson cancer
Well,
diagnosis
guys,
first
hopefully,
made the
in a couple of
rounds
weeks, we'll have a
in
good night
February
here in
when a
Vegas.
local outlet reported it,
Thank you.
although
Now,
the details
again,
were
folks,
hazy.
obviously,
As
I'm
was
anxious.
O.J.
Not
Simpson's
for
response to
this
the
young
news
man's field.
at the
I
time
see
when
a
he
24-20
denied he was
win
in
by the
hospice
49ers.
but didn't address the
That's just going
cancer
to
report.
disavow the quality of the players that are on the football field. So, who's going to be MVP? Brody? I mean, Purdy? McCaffrey? Of course, if KC wins, it'll probably be Mahomes. But I'm predicting number 19. And I'm not talking
Right,
about
but
Johnny
he didn't
Unitas.
address the report,
In any
the
event,
cancer
we got a
report.
few more hours and we'll know
Adding to the
who
mystery
wins.
was the fact that O.J.
Uh,
Simpson actually
the
touched
Cards
on a cancer
are
diagnosis in
projected to win
2023 in the
$8
video he
million
posted on X
Hey,
when he
God
said
bless, take care, and
he
I
will,
hope your team win,
he will
your
cause
team being the
some
49ers.
form of
God bless,
cancer,
take care.
but suggested
You see, OJ got kicked out of the Cosmopolitan Hotel.
he's beaten it.
I heard something about that. Are you kidding me?
In
It's
any case,
crazy,
the
right?
cancer came
Do
back
you think it's
and claimed
inevitable
his
that
life
he
about a
goes back
year
to
later.
prison or jail? I think he got a target on his back, but also because he's done bad things. He doesn't seem to be in control. Yes. Don't want to. Am I saying something out of turn? No, no. Do you think he will see jail time again? Oh, who knows? Who knows? Okay. Take care. Hey, see you later, Marsha. Thank you so much. What was your reaction when you heard the news? Well, I did represent the family of Nicole Brown Simpson, may she rest in peace, during the criminal trial, and of course supported them afterwards. In the civil case was filed and followed the criminal case, a civil jury found him to be liable.
O.J. Simpson had been looking frail in the lead up to his passing, including during an outing in January when he was spotted using a cane. The last time O.J. Simpson posted a video on himself talking about Super Bowl uh, where he said he was rooting for his former team, the San Francisco 49. He seemed to be in good spirit then. He was seated in the clip and talking from the backyard of a home. It goes without saying, O.J. Simpson's life was momentous for a variety of reasons, also of good and bad, especially in his later post-football years. Before that, though, he was a beloved All-American hero on the field, a Heisman winner from USC, and a Buffalo Bill legend. Even after football, he was a bona fide A-lister in Hollywood, acting in tons of movies and TV shows, and famously serving as the face of impeachment for Hearns for many, many years. Of course, all of that goodwill left in the 1990s when he was accused of the heinous
That night,
murder.
that 911 call, which obviously was played during the trial, what was life like for her after that? Because that was the moment, at least publicly, that we all knew what she was going through and the domestic violence.
Well, it was tragic what we had to go through when we were seeing each other. Obviously, stalking, the
His
threats,
death
the
marks the
rumors
end
that
of a
that particular
multi-decade
call
saga of crime
was
and
unwary.
intrigue surrounding
Jason
O.J. Simpson,
called me.
peaked after
He's an
the
asshole,
brutal slaying of
and she's
Nicole
in
and
Los
Ron
Angeles.
in
He run
1994,
in with
and
somebody that
in
I
the
know
aftermath of
who
what
he's
was dubbed the
supporting.
trial of the century when
Her
O.J.
family
was
called me
prosecuted
to
on
help with
national
this
television.
tragedy. I was extremely sad that she had to endure what she had to endure because of our relationship. But there was no controlling it.
Even before he was apprehended by police for questioning in the immediate aftermath of the murder,
Oh yeah,
O.J. Simpson led cops
very
on a
early on
low
when we first met,
speed
she told me about
chase
numerous instances
in
that
his
had
Ford
occurred between them, and then
Bronco
what we endured when
on
we were together
LA
at the hands of OJ. You know, the threats, the
freeways, a
following, the
moment that
stalking, the
he
watching
was
his videos.
nationally
She had resigned herself to the fact that that was her role. She
televised
tried
and
desperately
one of the
to
most
get away from it,
dramatic shared
and it failed.
experience in modern American
Was the
history.
first time you heard the news this morning that O.J. Simpson had died?
You know, I'm glad he's taken off of this earth and can't inflict any pain or emotional stress on anybody else. Doesn't bring back my good friend or Ron Goldman. You know, I miss talking to Nicole. I miss seeing Nicole. It's been 30 years, and doesn't bring
Once
her
he
back.
was caught, a
I still
case
have the
started
memories, but
to
I'd love to
form
have this 30
with
years of
him as
friendship
a
and time
prime
together
suspect.
replaced.
Prosecutor eventually charged him, alleging O.J. Simpson carried out the horrific stabbing death of Nicole and Ron at her Brentwood home in June 12, 1994. O.J. hired a so-called dream team of defense led by the late Johnny Cochran, who ran point and helped pick apart the state's case. Fundamental element Cochran latched onto during the trial was the fact that LAPD detective Mark Foreman had made racist remarks in the past, which O.J. Simpson's defense team suggested could have led to him planting a bloody glove found at Simpson's home. He also led to another pivotal point in the trial when OJ's team requested he be allowed to try on the gloves in court for the jury, and they ended up not fitting him perfectly. That prompted Conrad to eventually utter the famous line during closing arguments, namely, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. In the end, the jury bought that defense. OG was acquitted of a murder charge to the shock of much of the nation. However, not too much, not too long after that, he was sued by the Goldsman and the Brown in civil court for wrongful death, and that case played out in Santa Monica, where the jury found him liable for the death of Nicole and Ron. He was ordered to pay tens of millions in damages. Despite being dodged by the families of the eternal O.J. Simpsons, mostly avoided paying the judgment and eventually fled Los Angeles and settled down in Las Vegas, where other legal trouble started to find him, including tax frauds and eventually another criminal case. In 2007, he was accused of busting into a Las Vegas hotel room in an attempt to recover sports memorabilia that he believed had been stolen from him. Going up to confront the new owner with a bunch of goons in tow, armed with weapon too, according to prosecutor. I think this one did not help him, that treason stuff. He was eventually arrested, charged, and prosecuted, and ultimately convicted on all the charges. OJ was then in prison for a long time until he was released on parole in 2017. Well, it's perhaps time to go to bed, I guess. So now, once O.J. Simpson got out of prison, he ended up settling down in Sin City, where he lived a relatively private and peaceful life out of the public eye, although he was active on social media, often posting on Twitter, X, with opinion on sport, politics, and other topics. Of course, his reputation was completely destroyed by then, partially because many believe he actually confessed to the 94 killings in a book and subsequent interview he did in the 2000, touting it as hypothetical, hypothetical, antithetical. Plus everything else that he had that had transpired over the years. And yet he was still approached by loads of fans post prison regardless, posing for pics often. He also still had the support of some of his family, including his children. Right, so O.J. Simpson's O.J. Simpson's life is mad. It's got three aspects to it. One, he was a genius, talented, very famous NFL sportsman. That's number one. Number two, as for those who love him, number one. But number two, for those who hate him, he is a well callous, um, callous and cold and whatever killer. So he's a killer for those number two, those in the number two group. O.J. Simpson is a killer. Okay, and for those in number two, well, they got their revenge at number three, which is prison sentence when he got sent or when he was sent to prison for those memorabilia incidents that I found ridiculous. Anyway, so at number four is that he's dead. So to some people, this is kind of revenge, or well, finally nature dealt with him. Some will say, or others will just say, well, he got what he deserves. Or can you really say that someone dies of cancer? Anybody can die of cancer. But it's just strange when people like O.J. Simpson can die of cancer. I mean, this disease is horrible. It's despite the amount of money you've got, you're still dying of cancer. That's ridiculous. People should not be able to die just like that of cancer. So money, at least that's why when you go past the 45 barrier, you need to get checked every so often because that cancer is real. That cancer kills. That cancer destroys lives. So, guys, get yourself checked. I would say rip to the guy for some reason. Never really hated that guy for some reason. Might be one of those. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comment section what you think. O.J. Simpson, were you a fan? Or you just, you know, an admirer? Or you are simply a hater or someone who hates him? Or tell us in the comment section below why you hate him. See you in the next video. That's Mr. D from Top TV. Take care.